Hello, this is Adrienne Berg, and I'm the host of The Ageless Traveler. And in this episode, you're going to hear a lot about the South Pacific. It's all based on my own travels. I've been 18 days across the South Pacific, across the international date line, and it was a blast. And I also wrote an article for you, which you will find at agelesstraveler.com in the travel stories. But there's a big surprise with regard to today's episode because I am not the host. You actually have two hosts. Heather and Percy. Who are they? They are chatbots. Yes, how did this happen? Well, I very innocently decided to see what would happen if I put one of my articles into Google Notebooks LM and just got an outline for the articles. And then I saw in the corner, my goodness, you can get an audio overview. Well, I clicked it and out came Percy and Heather. And they do a great job. It's really remarkable. Now, all this also has to do with the fact that last week, on January 24th, it was the International Day of Education. And guess what the United Nations focused on? You got it. AI, artificial intelligence, and chatbots. And I had just done another podcast called On the Ground. You'll see all of this in the show notes. So if you're interested not only in the South Pacific, not only in taking wonderful adventurous trips as I did, and I'm a non-swimmer, so these are all land adventures, very unique information for you. But if you're also interested in how AI might impact this brave new world, well, you're really going to want to hear from Heather and Percy, and you're going to tell me what you think of this. Is it a gimmick? Is it a gizmo? Is it great information, easy for you to digest? Or is it something that just rubs you the wrong way? Well, the South Pacific won't. So enjoy it. I did.
Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling those dreamy South Pacific islands. But what if you're not, the strongest swimmer?
I get that.
Well, today's deep dive is going to show you that you don't have to be an Olympian to have an amazing adventure out there.
Right on.
We'll be going through this article from Ageless Traveler, all about South Pacific adventures for non-swimmers.
Sounds fun.
All right, so first, Fiji. The article emphasizes that there's a lot more to it than just those beaches and snorkeling.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Fiji's culture is so vibrant, and, the article goes on and on about how much there is to experience with all your senses.
Okay, like what? Give us some examples.
Well, okay, so they talk about this place called the Garden of the Sleeping Giant. And it's not just like looking at pretty orchids.
Yeah.
You can learn all about how Fijians have used orchids in medicine and even perfume. The article actually gives a tip for all the photographers out there. Bring a macro lens so you can get up close and personal with those intricate details.
That's a great tip. Now, what about this temple? The Sri Siva Subramania.
Oh, yeah. That's actually the biggest Hindu temple in the whole South Pacific.
Really?
Which is kind of surprising when you think about it. Most people in Fiji are Christian.
Huh.
But yeah, it just shows you how multicultural the islands are. And visually, it's incredible, super colorful, like all those statues of the deities and the Dravidian architecture. It's stunning.
So it's not just for worship. It's like a work of art.
Exactly.
The article also mentions that even today, Fijian villages still have that traditional structure.
Oh, yeah. They have this revitalized chief system, like a blend of traditional leadership and modern government. You can visit a local village, meet the chief, and really understand how it all works.
And speaking of traditions, it sounds like family is super important in Fiji.
Hugely. The article talks about how every night families eat together after prayers. It's like no matter what, everyone makes time for that. It's a non-negotiable part of their day, which I think is pretty cool considering how busy most families are these days.
Yeah, that is pretty different. Makes you think, now Sunday in Fiji. That sounds incredible.
Oh, man, the church services. Apparently, the singing is like nothing you've ever heard before. Really complex harmonies, lots of community spirit. They even suggest bringing tissues because it's so powerful.
Wow. Okay, I'm adding that to my list. Now, Fiji is also a shopper's paradise, right? The article talked about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So many beautiful handicrafts, like hand-woven maps and those intricately carved kava bowls, all made with techniques that have been passed down through generations.
Okay, now I'm getting hungry just thinking about the food. We have to talk about the food. Kokoda for the seafood lovers. Lovo feasts cooked underground.
Oh, the lovo. That's interesting because it's not just about the food, The whole process of preparing it and cooking it in the earth oven, it's a community event, often with music and storytelling and everything.
Wow. So it's a whole experience, not just a meal. Okay, from the sensory delights of Fiji, let's move on to a place that's often seen as, the ultimate romantic getaway, Bora Bora. But I have a feeling there's more to it than just overwater bungalows and turquoise lagoons.
You're right about that. The article actually suggests something pretty exciting. A 4x4 truck ride up to some World War II cannons.
Wait, what? World War II cannons in Bora Bora?
I know, right? Apparently the U.S. had a military presence there during the war.
Mm-hmm.
And get this, the views from up there are supposed to be absolutely incredible. The whole lagoon, the mountains, everything.
So it's history and adventure and amazing views all in one. But okay, what if 4x4s aren't your thing? What else can you do on Bora Bora?
Well, they also have these beautiful waterfalls tucked away in the lush greenery. Yeah. The article calls them these little oases of serenity, perfect for cooling off and just enjoying nature.
Sounds amazing. And no trip to Bora Bora is complete without some shopping, right?
Oh, of course. And it's not just your typical souvenirs. Think Italian fabrics, Tahitian pearls, baskets of exotic fruits.
Sounds like a shopper's paradise. Okay, from Bora Bora, let's jump over to Rarotonga in the Cook Islands. What did you think about that section?
It seemed like Rarotonga is all about that mix of culture and adventure. They talk about this coconut tree climbing demonstration.
A coconut tree climbing demonstration? What's so special about that?
It's not just watching someone climb a tree. It's about learning how important coconuts are to their culture. They show you how to husk them, get the milk, weave the leaves in the baskets, all that.
So it's like a glimpse into their everyday lives.
Exactly. And if you want to really experience the culture, they recommend going to a traditional dance performance.
Oh, wow. I bet those are incredible.
They are. Really vibrant and energetic. Lots of storytelling.
Now, for the adventure seekers out there, what does Rarotonga have to offer?
Buddy tours or quad tours into the rainforest. You can find hidden waterfalls, explore historical sites, learn about the medicinal plants they use.
Okay, so fun and educational. Okay, from Rarotonga, let's head to American Samoa. Sounds like a place where you can relax and also see how resilient the people are.
Yeah, the article makes it sound like a very laid-back destination. Where you can just soak in the beauty at your own pace.
Speaking of soaking it in, what's the best way to see American Samoa?
They recommend taking a bus tour. But not just any bus tour. One with a local family. So you get their personal stories and insights.
Oh, that's cool. And I love that you can hop on a city bus for like $20 and see all the main sites. Super budget friendly.
Right. They also recommend checking out the National Park of American Samoa. And the Tsunami Memorial.
Powerful reminders of the island's beauty and resilience. And then there's that surprising little detail about the Starkist tuna factory. Who knew? Giant Charlie the tuna decked out for Christmas in the South Pacific.
It's those little unexpected things that make traveling so fun. You never know what you're going to find. Now, before we move on, we should talk about the political situation in American Samoa. It's interesting that they decided to stay part of the U.S.
Yeah, definitely unique.
Well, the article explains that they value that relationship. The visa-free travel, the access to U.S. aid and education, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it's a complex decision. Well said. All right, next up, Samoa. That sounds like an island steeped in tradition.
They have this amazing full-day cultural program. You get to see traditional dances, have a barbecue lunch, even participate in a coconut ceremony.
A coconut ceremony?
Yeah, it's a really beautiful ritual. You learn about the spiritual significance of coconuts in Samoan culture, how they use every part of the coconut.
Wow. I love how something so simple can have so much meaning. And for all the bookworms out there, Samoa has something special. The home of Robert Louis Stevenson. Treasure Island.
Oh, right. He actually spent the last years of his life.
That's so cool. And of course, we can't forget about the natural beauty. Waterfalls, a Baha'i temple on a hillside overlooking the ocean.
It's a place where you can really connect with nature. Okay, so we've covered Fiji, Bora Bora, Rarotonga, American Samoa, and Samoa. All amazing destinations, even if you're not a swimmer. But our South Pacific journey isn't over yet.
You're right, we still have Tonga. And I'm excited to learn more about its unique culture and experiences.
Me too. Tonga seems like a place where you can really immerse yourself in the local way of life.
Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back with more South Pacific discoveries in part 2 of our deep dive.
Can't wait.
What are you doing between March 29th and April 12th, 2025? Are you going on safari? Well, we are. Please come with us on our very first Ageless Traveler trip. I will make sure that you see everything that's on your bucket list. We're going with the very famous Colette Tours, one of the oldest tour operators in the United States. They know us, they respect us, and they provide for us everything that we need. Yes, we are going to Kenya. We will see the city of Nairobi. We're going to the Serengeti. We will see the Big Five. We will also have adventures of a lifetime. If you have been studying safari, or even if you have gone on many safaris, this is something really different. So how do you find out about it and get your special discounts because you're an ageless traveler? Very simple. Go to agelesstraveler.com. That's our website, agelesstraveler.com. Take a look at featured trips. Get the details by clicking right there. You can do everything from inquire, get your question answered, to book right away so that you're going with us. It is a terrific, terrific tour. And by the way, you can also go to the Masai Mara on an optional pre-trip tour. There's a lot more to it than that because there's yet more opportunity if you have longed to trek with the gorillas in Uganda. Yep, we can make that happen too. So please take a look at agelesstraveler.com, featured travel, and go on safari with us.
All right, we're back and ready to continue our South Pacific exploration. Last time we were uncovering all those amazing experiences in Fiji, Bora Bora, and some of the other islands. Now we're off to a place that sounds like a really cool mix of cultural immersion and, some real adventures.
Vanuatu.
Vanuatu is part of Melanesia, which kind of sets it apart from the other islands we talked about, geographically and culturally.
Okay, so how does that difference actually play out? What makes Vanuatu unique? Well, one thing that really jumped out in the article is the market scene, especially in Port Vila, the capital. They have these bustling markets that are just like a total sensory overload.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Oh, I love good market. What kind of things can you find there?
Let's see. Handcrafted souvenirs you won't find anywhere else. And of course, all the amazing local food. The article specifically mentioned the Port Vila market as the place to be.
So it's a chance to really immerse yourself in the culture and try new things, and maybe even get some unique gifts to bring back home. What about museums? Is there anything like that in Vanuatu?
Yeah, definitely. The article recommends the National Museum of Vanuatu if you're interested in delving a bit deeper into their past.
Okay, so what can you learn about there?
All kinds of things. They have artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of Vanuatu, from ancient rituals and navigation techniques to the impact of colonialism and their fight for independence.
Wow. A real journey through time. Now, you know me, I always like a little adventure. What does Vanuatu offer for those of us who want to explore but prefer to stay on dry land?
Oh, Vanuatu's got plenty of thrills, even if you're not a water person. Remember, it's a volcanic archipelago, so the landscapes are pretty dramatic. The article highlights Mele Cascades, these cascading waterfalls tucked away in the rainforest.
Waterfalls. I'm listening. How do you get there?
They say you can hike through the rainforest, listen to all the sounds of nature, and eventually you reach these beautiful pools where you can just relax and have a picnic.
Okay, I'm adding that to the list. Now, I know Vanuatu is an island nation, but are there any, beachy things to do, even if you're not a swimmer?
Of course. The article mentions Hideaway Island. It's just a short boat ride from Port Vila.
What's so special about Hideaway Island?
Well, first of all, it has a marine sanctuary, super colorful coral reefs, and all kinds of marine life.
Okay.
And you can experience it all without getting wet.
Wait, how do you experience a marine sanctuary without getting wet?
They have glass bottom boat tours. So you can see all the coral and the fish, maybe even some sea turtles, all from the comfort of the boat.
That sounds pretty amazing. What about this underwater post office? The article mentioned something about that.
I know, right? You can send waterproof postcards from underwater. How cool is that?
Super cool. Okay, Vanuatu is definitely moving up my travel list. The article also talked about some more adventurous things to do, like for those who are really seeking a thrill.
Yeah, they mentioned hiking up Mount Yasur, which is an active volcano.
Oh, an active volcano.
Yep. They say it's an unforgettable experience watching the lava spew into the night sky.
Okay, that might be a little too adventurous for me. What were the other things they mentioned?
Well, there's Millennium Cave, this huge cave system in the rainforest.
Okay, what do you have to do to explore it?
Think trekking through the jungle, rappelling down into a cavern, navigating through all these chambers with stalactites and stalagmites.
I think I'll stick to admiring the caves from afar. What was the third adventure?
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding in Vanuatu.
Yep. You can ride through coconut plantations, gallop along the beaches, and even swim with your horse.
Wait, the horses swim too?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You get to see all the different landscapes and connect with these awesome animals. And you don't even need to be an experienced rider.
That sounds a lot more fun than rappelling into a cave. Oh, and what about that turtle and reptile preserve? I remember the article mentions something about that.
Yes. You can get up close and personal with all kinds of turtles and reptiles, learn about their conservation and everything.
Sounds like a great experience, especially for families. Now, the article did mention that Vanuatu was recently hit by an earthquake.
Yeah, back in December of 2024. A pretty strong one. But the people of Vanuatu are so resilient. They've been working hard to rebuild. Attractions are already open again. And the people are eager to welcome visitors back. In fact, visiting the island is a great way to help support their economy as they recover.
Good point. Travel can definitely be a force for good. Okay, before we move on to our last island, we have to talk about the food. What can we expect in Vanuatu?
Vanuatu's cuisine is really interesting. It's a mix of Melanesian traditions and French influences. Lots of fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and a traditional dish called lap.
Lap?
Yeah, it's like a pudding made from grated root vegetables like taro or cassava, mixed with coconut milk and cooked in an earth oven.
Sounds pretty tasty.
It is. And it just shows you how Vanuatu's food reflects their indigenous roots and those outside influences. Okay, so we've covered Vanuatu. Vibrant markets, stunning waterfalls, underwater post offices, active volcanoes, delicious food. It really does have something for everyone.
Totally agree. And it's a reminder that the South Pacific isn't just about beaches and overwater bungalows. There's so much more to discover.
Exactly. And you don't need to be a swimmer to experience it all.
Well said. We'll be back with the final part of our South Pacific deep dive. Don't go anywhere.
I want to introduce you to one of the nicest travel accessories I have ever come across. It's called Sleep Keeper. And what does it do? It's a beautiful multicolors. You have lots of choices of colors. Pillowcase. Yes, a pillowcase, not a pillow. You can bring your own pillow as you travel, whether you want to use it for the plane, whether it's for comfort for somebody that you love and you want to bring their pillow with them, a child, somebody that has some issues or challenges when it comes to travel, or you just like a great night's sleep and none of the hotels ever give you the pillow that you want. What does it do? Well, it wraps around the pillow to make it only 1/3 of its bulk. It allows you to take it with you if you're going through customs. It allows you to take it through security. You can drop it in a suitcase, including just a small overnight bag, and you've got your pillow with you. It's called Sleep Keeper. It's under $40, and it is a great gift for the holiday seasons, for Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever you like. How do you get it? Well, it's very simple, and you get a discount. You simply go to our website, agelesstraveler.com, products and services. agelesstraveler.com, products and services. You'll see it on our show notes, and you simply buy from there. You'll find all the information that you would on any other outlet for sleep keepers, but with this, you'll also find the discount.
And we're back for the final leg of our South Pacific journey. We've explored so much already. Fiji, Samoa, Bora Bora, Vanuatu, but there are still a few more hidden gems to uncover.
Absolutely. We're not done yet. The South Pacific has so much to offer,
right,
even if you're not a strong swimmer.
Exactly. And speaking of those hidden gems, the Ageless Traveler article mentioned a few more experiences that really stood out to me, especially for those looking for those deeper cultural connections.
I think I know what you're talking about. They went back to Tonga and talked about a specific culinary tradition that we didn't really get into before.
You got it. Learning to cook that taro-wrapped fish in an underground oven. It's called an omu, right?
That's right, the emu. It's a really old Tongan tradition passed down through generations. And it's about so much more than just the food itself. It's a community thing. Everyone gets involved, preparing the meal, sharing stories, celebrating their heritage.
The article made it sound like a real ritual. The whole process takes hours, and everyone in the family helps out.
They dig this pit in the ground, line it with hot stones, and then layer the food wrapped in banana and taro leaves. Gives it this amazing smoky flavor that you just can't get any other way.
Wow. A feast for the senses. And of course, no trip to Tonga is complete without trying kava, that traditional drink. Did the article mention anything about that?
They recommended experiencing a traditional kava ceremony. It's supposed to be a really special way to learn about the cultural importance of kava.
I've heard it has like a sedative effect. Is that true?
It can be relaxing, yeah. They often use it in social settings to bring people together and create a sense of well-being.
So it's not just a drink, it's like a social lubricant.
Exactly. And a big part of their culture. It's amazing, isn't it? From vibrant cultures and amazing food to thrilling adventures and stunning scenery. There really is something for everyone. And as we've seen, you don't have to be a strong swimmer to experience the magic of these islands.
So true. So much of the beauty is in connecting with the land and the people and immersing yourself in the culture.
Well, what did you think of that? I mean, I was amazed, and I'll tell you why. I always say at every break, don't you go anywhere. Now, I did not tell Heather to say that. I don't know where she got that. But boy, oh boy, AI, I mean, you've got to be in awe of it and you've got to be concerned about it. And we'll talk more about that and how AI is impacting travel in our episodes to come. Now, don't worry. Next week, we have a terrific guest, actually two of them, who are the podcasters themselves of a terrific podcast called Women Over 70, Reimagining Aging. Now, you know that you can be part of our fan list. You can visit with us in Africa. You can volunteer. You can really expand your life and your friendships on our fan book page. So, you know what I'm going to say? Never stop traveling.